baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, yeah, heaven is a place on earth. Man, I've been in the worst mood today, so let's go ahead and try and make the worst THORnews weather video ever. I can't do it without your help. What we're looking at now is Cristobal and his, I guess it's Cristobals, since we got two lows. I made a joke. I'm going for the gusto, and we're going to get married. All right, so this is the nav gem on June 20th. It shows a pretty big cyclonic system, and yes, I have this weird Jedi feeling that we will get a major storm around each eclipse. And I've also put a THORnews warning out because through the astrology and the astronomy, I have reason to believe that the 19th of June, the 20th, and the 21st are just going to be really bad days. And so I'm expecting a storm right around there. I would love to be wrong, but right now the models keep spinning something up. Or technically just the nav gem keeps spinning stuff up because the GFS has dropped it and the Euro has just given slight hints at it. Hurricane Man, but what about iCyclone? You can be Hurricane Man Part 2, I guess. Navy 18Z model showing it a bit stronger tonight. Have to see if models start agreeing with it tomorrow morning. And Mercury goes retrograde on the 18th. So my talking and communicating abilities will probably slowly deteriorate until then. Yeah, so we're seeing if we get any action out of this area in about a week. That would head north. So yeah, Cristobal has hit Wisconsin as a tropical, subtropical, non-topical, inverted invertebrate hurricane depression storm. Or you can put whatever words you want on it. And then we're watching this little area for any type of severe weather. And if that's not all, plus for $19.99 a month, Ronco's Wild Weather, you would get more crazy wild weather tomorrow up in Michigan, and then is that Indiana, Ohio? I don't know, somewhere in the Great Lakes. I got a feeling somewhere on here we'll get a little bit of severe weather the day after the day after the day. I gotta remind everybody, the plague is too legit to quit. Too legit. I've lost my mind, man. Game over, man. Game over. Wait, did I see some red? I did. Bingo bango right there. Whatever state that is. What is your state name? Post Cristobal tropical cyclone. That's what it has listed as. So yeah, Cristobal just won't quit. This is technically day 19 of us talking about Cristobal. Did you know that? All right, baby. 19 days is too long for anybody, really. Well, when you look at it from this angle, it seems quite potent, wouldn't you say? Yeah. So, to all my party people up in the north, you're getting wet. Rained on. That looks like definitely a heavy patch of rain. I just going to remind you that when 3 dams broke earlier in Michigan, we didn't have much warning. I still feel like a failure for that. Usually I can warn you guys a day or two ahead of time. But it was like 2 dams broke, and I was like, WTF. Oh, damn it, I hate failing. So we're kind of on that high alert as well. Just if random dams fail without any type of warning. It is so 2020 around the here. But if you like to argue, and some people do, it can be argued that the Dare Show from last weekend was more impactful than Cristobal. Though it's all relative, because that Dare Show had 110 mile per hour winds, which is definitely hurricane strength winds, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got something to show you guys. Okay, here's the wet weather we're watching over the next week. But expect this map to change. I saw this earlier. I was going to make a video, but I was in too bad a mood. So I just tried to sleep all day because I've been working hard this month and all year, really. Anywho, and so I saw this little black dry spot right here, right? And usually when we see a dry spot, I say there's like a 30 to 40% chance of a volcano or earthquake in near areas when it just gets that dry, especially over land. Over water. So, guess what happened, dude? Bingo, bango, jingo, jango, right on the dry spot. So that little method thing of mine I use works, you know? It was only a 2.5 in New Mexico, but still it hit a little whenever it gets that dry, we get a bit of an earthquake. See, 2.5 in New Mexico. Sure, it was a tiny little victory, but I'll take tiny little victories. So now we're at the part of the year where heat is still the main story, though I imagine snow is going to interject itself into this video somewhere. See how I did that? So yeah, that's why we use that little black mark on THORnews. Wherever it shows up, I put out a little warning, and 30% of the time, 40% of the time, it's accurate. And I couldn't possibly make the worst THORnews video of all time ever without mentioning that I am still single, never been married, and I don't have any children. Dakota Smith said, hey man, smoke and dust plumes over Texas giving off Mad Max vibes. Oh, and the thing of earthquakes and volcanoes are like pimples. They can happen anywhere. Okay. I saw reports that there were great crab wars breaking out in Turkey, but I haven't had a chance to verify. And Eric Costa is letting us know we have some Cristobal cloud iridescence, which gives like 8% of THORnews followers a chance to point at the screen and scream, geoengineering! Where I'm like, ooh, pretty colors. That means God is around. I love rainbows. Rainbow Bridge, Norse mythology. Look into it. I am king of the dorks, the nerds, and the geeks, but I'm not nerdy enough to sit around talking about dew points. But I'm not going to shame people who do. But apparently, there's a lot of dew point action happening all over the USA today. Tomerberg, tropical depression, Cristobal, has impressively retained a closed low-level circulation without frontal boundaries. Those sound like boobs. Is that what frontal boundaries are? Bad joke time. Thus, it's tropical cyclone. And hey, that is a genderless joke. Men can have boobs if they, I'm just digging the hole deeper. Designation as far as North Wisconsin is becoming elongated to the northwest over the day and is starting to undergo extratropical transition. It's like when you get a snow cone and you're like, ooh, can you put some extratropical transition in it? Oh my God, snow cone sounds so good right now. And I drank way too much Tahitian treat. It's a fruit punch. Oh, that's really a soda pop. And nobody wants to talk about the plague, so I don't really want to remind people, but yeah, sure, the plague's still around. And it'll be with us for a while. If I mentioned that I love and appreciate Asteroid Fight Club, and I thank you guys for putting up with me through all my moods and my videos, good and bad. I really do appreciate you. Geoengineering alert. Geoengineering alert. Yeah, I'm sure they mess with the weather, but I don't think they ever actually control it 100%. It's like a woman. You can never control a woman 100%. Not that I'd even want to try to control 110%. Because in all the sci-fi stories, that would probably backfire on you in a like monkey's paw kind of a way. Scott Palilili, only in 2020. Tropical depression in Wisconsin. Cheese curds, you should try them. And if you guessed that the weather leading up to that 19th, 20th, and 21st period of June was going to be totally yucky, then congratulations, you get a brown star. A brown for poop. Yuck. Everybody's got Cristobal in the brain. Everybody's got Cristobal in the brain. It's not something you see every day. That's what she said. Yeah, just an early June tropical depression in checks notes, Wisconsin. So yeah, if we were looking for signs of an active hurricane season, you could put that check in your box, baby. H-Town hitting the triple digits for temperatures today. I hope one day again I get to feel like this. That'd be nice. Here's that snow I was promising you. Nice fresh start in Telluride, Colorado this morning. Nothing says June like. Checks notes. Snow. Thanks, Brooks. Let's talk about severe weather in the eastern region for Wednesday. Because I think today's Tuesday right now. Yeah, it's like 11:24 Texas time. Potential for severe weather on Wednesday across the eastern Great Lakes and middle upper Ohio Valley regions. Damaging wind gusts will be the main threat, but a few tornadoes and very large hail are also possible. We're talking about, you got overall potential, you've got tornadoes, you've got damaging winds, and then large hail. So keep an eye out. Except for hail, go inside. Don't keep an eye out because hail could put your eye out. Summer snow happens so fast. Summer snow probably won't last. And today was the start of meteorological summer, I guess. Nobody wants stats on the plague because the stats are horrible. Wisconsin, tropical weather today, or 6 hours ago. Check this out. In Francia, it's like a more feminine version of France. They had a big tornado thing in the sky, or water spout, or call it what you want to, call it what you will. And I may have made somebody laugh during this video, which would disqualify it from being the worst video of all time. So congratulations, Wisconsin, on getting hit by a tropical cyclone and surviving. I want you to know both sets of my grandparents were born or lived in Wisconsin, and they were Norwegian. And so I love Wisconsin. Wisconsin Dells. I'm going to take Emma Watson and Amelia Clark and Jessica Chastain there, and then we're going to eat cotton candy and ride the roller coasters and drink margaritas on the Ducks. In my mind, imagination's your best friend during a lockdown. Dana, vettet se. Risk of severe storms tomorrow in southern Ontario, with wind, heavy rain, hail all being a concern. There's even a tornado threat. They have tornadoes in Canada. We will need to monitor. Stay updated, you hoser, with alerts tomorrow, guys. We'll all be covering live here at All Day and Night. You know what the Canadian version of y'all is? It's you guys, which is like gentrification. Someone should stop them from doing that horrible crime. But then if you change it to you people, then people get insulted. So there are no words you can use any days that are like free and clear. Man, 2020 is complicated. But there's a lot of dust coming in off the Sahara, which will make hurricane season interesting. You might ask, which volcanoes are active right now? Well, Cleveland in Alaska, you got Popocatépetl, you've got the Sasquatch volcano, you got Fuego, you got Pacapamiano, you got Miscelaneo, you got all these, man. Volcanoes are active because all the gas giants are on the same side, and the petroleum extraction ain't what it used to be. So 2020 continues to be very interesting. I'm going to think positively and think that I'm going to have a date on December 21st, 2020. My sister's always like, the secret works. Whatever. Okay. And so the last time we had a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that I've been yippee-yapping about for like 2 years now, the thing on the December 21st, 2020, exactly 8 days after the Mayan thing, was the year 2000. And so in the year 2000, we had one earthquake that was bigger than an 8 and a 9.9. Although 2007 seems to really be the year. But whatever. Just interesting stats that were thrown around. So yeah, the civilian version of the NavGem, which goes out to July 15th, has a tropical storm about to go over Cuba. So that is interesting. Let's check in on the GFS. The GFS still isn't really picking up anything. So I guess we'll just, we'll keep an eye on it. Ooh, I just heard somebody ding me on my phone. All right. This was the worst THORnews video ever. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Peace out. God bless everyone. I'll get better. I hope.